Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGod, and in today's video we're going to focus on giving you the best class setup for the Auger DMR and telling you whether or not the operator mod is worth using. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that the operator mod called Double Tap is very powerful, and I would prefer to use it if you have the spots available in your Pick 10 system. The Auger DMR is a semi-auto tactical rifle that every time you pull the trigger, one bullet is fired. But once you equip the operator mod, it converts it into a 2-round burst. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a best class setup for the Auger DMR with and without this operator mod, because although I think it's very viable and it has a ton of pros, there are some cons to running double tap. Personally, I think there's only two drawbacks with double tap. One is if you miss shots, you're wasting a bullet every single time, and the other is that it requires you to use an additional Pick 10 slot. First class setup we'll be looking at is a 3 attachment class setup for the Auger DMR. This one's High Cal 1, High Cal 2, FMJ. You can see Engineer, Cold Blooded, and Dead Silence, along with that acoustic sensor. And the best class setup for the Auger DMR with 4 attachments, as you can see right here, I still have that High Cal 1, High Cal 2, FMJ, but now I also added fast mags and dropped Cold Blooded. And just as a heads up, there is one slot available for either a pistol or a launcher. And now that best class setup for the Auger DMR using that operator mod that is also going to be featured in today's gameplay, High Cal 1, High Cal 2, and of course that double tap operator mod using Engineer, Dead Silence, and acoustic sensor. And there you go. Now you have 3 best class setups for the Auger DMR using the operator mod and without the operator mod. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video so far. If you have, remember to hit that like button, and if you're brand new to the channel, I typically cover Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setups, subscriber breakdowns, as well as other tip and trick videos on how to improve at Call of Duty. If that's anything you'd be interested in, make sure you subscribe and turn those notifications on. And it's at this point of the video that I transition into my own gameplay breakdown and kind of give you an idea on how you should be utilizing this weapon. It is definitely not a run and gun weapon. You're going to want to make sure you're maximizing its strengths while making sure you minimize its weaknesses. So one thing I'll point out is since I am running high caliber 1 and high caliber 2, it will be a 2-shot kill to the chest or higher. So obviously if I hit him in the head, they're gonna die in 2 shots. And that's one of the nice things about double tap, because literally if you hit them in the chest or the head, they will die in that one burst. So as you can see, so far I've had a little bit of a rough start trying to take over the objective. Obviously when you play solo, and I'm playing in that solo mosh pit, you're gonna be presented with a series of challenges. Right here I end up getting killed in the back. I'm not sure how this guy flanked all the way around. It's just bad timing. He obviously had Dead Silence on because my acoustic sensor didn't pick him up, and I didn't even hear his footsteps. So all in all, he must have been kind of crouch walking around that corner and ended up shooting me in the back. See, the weapon's lethality is pretty strong. That was a headshot. One little burst took that guy out. Now I'm trying to push to get a little bit of map control, because typically you want map control when you're playing the objective. And as I push to this side, end up taking that guy out, my entire team got flanked and wiped out of the objective. Now I'm trying to push in the objective, trying to sneak in there steadily, and you can see for the most part I really only have one teammate pushing with me. I go ahead and take that guy out, my teammate takes the other guy out, he ends up getting killed. So now I'm all alone on the objective. I know there is a guy in there based off what the UAV is telling me, and currently I'm just trying to buy time until my teammates can push, and it looks like the guy was able to see me and I really couldn't see him. So all in all, I kind of got screwed by that angle. I think I probably should just push it aggressively, took the guy out, since I'm pretty sure it was a 1v1, but it was kind of hard to tell because there were a lot of enemies in the area. So as I go ahead and come around for the flank, the heel shifts and now it's on the opposite side. There still is a guy behind me, and it does look like my teammate's able to clean it up. Then I go ahead and start to rotate towards the objective. Keep in mind that in Hardpoint, the time doesn't go any faster if you have 5 people on the objective or just 1. So all you really got to do is push beyond the objective while a teammate's there, and kind of just keep people from even getting close to the objective, kind of serve as a buffer to stop people from moving in that general direction. Looks like we're about to get flanked. The guy's coming around behind. I missed that first shot, so it put me at a huge disadvantage. The guy comes up and melts me. And you're going to see that I actually go on a very long streak, and we do end up winning this match. So you definitely have to stick around to see how I turn it around. So you can see right there, FMJ probably would have helped. That guy had armor. So that's definitely an advantage in using one of the other class setups I mentioned. Obviously, you still got to hit him with a certain number of bullets. So making that change is very dependent on the lobby. Obviously, if you're going against another 5-man and they're all running armor, you probably want to switch that up to get that FMJ penetration. Early on, it feels like I'm the only one pushing the objective. I usually got one guy with me. He usually gets outgunned, and then pretty much it ends up being a 1v1. This guy's peeking right here. No one really wants to push. We got 3 people right here, so it's the perfect time to make that push. I'm just debating on how I want to approach it. Looks like my teammate's taking him out, but now the heel's rotated. So pretty much all I was doing is peeking right here, and then I make the decision to go back and help out some of my teammates. It does look like the objective is getting retaken. So I got to kind of rotate back. For whatever reason, I see a teammate right here. He's looking in this direction, camping. I'm not sure exactly what he's doing, but he is not looking in the right spot. Zero map awareness for that guy. And pretty much what I was trying to do with this push is make a push for a flank, and then I end up running into a guy. That guy has no clue I was there. I come from behind him, and now I know where this guy is. I can easily take him out. So mini map is huge there. You can see how fast those bullets are melting with that double tap. And now what I'm doing is repositioning on the other side of the map, since I have a lot of teammates on that side and there's a little bit less than 10 seconds left on the hill. So pretty much all I'm doing is waiting out for the next rotation so that we can go ahead and jump on that rotation as soon as possible. I am trying to clear people off of the objective. You can see I am running with my teammates, trying to support them, but there's a lot of them that just die as they push in. And now it's the hardest hard point to contest, and that's the middle of the ship. Right now, all I'm doing is pushing through for a solid flank. I can see these guys are popping up on my acoustic sensor. Just trying to get behind them so I can get a couple easy kills, since it does look like they're heading into our spawns. Right here, I can kind of see where they're coming from. There is an attack helicopter in the air, which is not a good thing. And I'm thinking I'm good because I got that cold-blooded on, calling my attack chopper, and I go ahead and push through this area, and I get demolished by the attack helicopter. I even looked at my settings to see to make sure that I cold-blooded on. So it doesn't protect you, it just delays the attack fire coming in. But make sure you still get to cover. I don't think there's actually a way to defend yourself against that if cold-blooded doesn't work that way. So as I come around, I absolutely melted that guy, and then I'm pushing the objective, not sure exactly where the enemy is, and the guy ends up walking right next to me. So he must have been camping in the corner, paying attention to where my teammate was, and was completely distracted. I didn't even notice the guy until after I had walked in. So right now we're down by almost 100 points. You see this guy firing his weapon, and the hill's already rotated again. But this attack helicopter is beasting out. Now I got a UAV as well. I can see where that guy was. I wasn't sure exactly where he's pushing. He ends up pushing that direction. My teammate takes him out. And then now I know there's two guys right here. I go for a flank. And once that acoustic sensor tells me I'm out positioned, I get out of there. Hopefully my teammate can cover up and clean that guy up, because he was better positioned. He was even looking in that direction. Now I'm trying to keep people off the objective. So anyone's trying to run from this left side, taking them out. It does look like some guy got into the building. So all I got to do is push. It looked like he's on the mini map there. Boom, take him out. There are a couple other ones, and I'm so close to my streak. What I do is go and reposition. It looks like my teammates were well positioned for that hill. So I go ahead and come around this side, making sure no one's flanking my team. I go ahead and peek around. It looks like the mini map is clean every time the UAV passes. But then my acoustic sensor goes off. I absolutely melt this guy. He probably would have tried to go for that flank that I was thinking they were going to go for. I just happened to catch that perfect timing. Looks like all the enemies are already positioned on the objective. It looks like one guy's going to chase down my team, and this gets a little bit sketchy. I got to play it as smart as possible, take that guy out. I only got 4 bullets left, and I can't throw down my ammo bag in the water, so I got to get back on land, but I got to be cautious with these 2 bullets. So I'm playing it as smart as possible, seeing where my teammates are. I am starting to camp right here. I'm trying to throw down the bag, but obviously since I'm in the water, it doesn't work. So at this point, I just got to wait for the right time to get back on dry land so I can actually throw down that bag. And you can also see that I only need 10 more points for that next streak. So I definitely want to make sure I play this as smart as possible. I was debating on going that way, but since I saw that teammate get in the engagement, I didn't really feel comfortable only having 2 taps of my weapon to get that kill off. So what I do is go ahead and come around over here, get that full ammo reload. It does look like the guy's trying to flank around, and I'm ready pre-aimed, and he happens to just run right by me. I come back around, end up shooting. I miss a couple shots. I'm barely behind the guy, but I do end up finishing him off. Now I called in that attack chopper. Only 35 score off that next streak, and based off what the minimap's telling me, I can go ahead and pre-aim this, take this guy out. Now I have my strike team, and the strike team is definitely going to be a game changer. It'll help us close this gap. We're behind by over 60 points, and now we got to start rotating the next hill. It does look like my teammate is already there on that hill, but it looks like someone's trying to flank around. I go ahead and position here. The guy is trying to come around this side. So I go ahead and make sure I position, sneak out, and it looks like we're pinching him. My teammate was right behind, already on a little merciless streak. And then I come back around this left side, and it looks like all my team is on this right side of the map with me, and we need to push as a front. So I decided to go through the ship. You can see my helicopter went ham. They basically went in there, destroyed the entire enemy team. Now I'm pushing through the middle of the ship. I can see where the enemies are based off where their gunfights are going on. And then I decide, okay, do I need to play this smart? How am I going to do this? I'm already cycling through that next streak. And you can see that I went ahead and already placed my team. I rallied them up because I know I'm going to need them for that next streak. So pretty much, I'm just trying to play as smart as possible. And that's not always the most entertaining. So keep that in mind. Sometimes when I'm focusing on making a specific video, I'm trying to play as smart as possible so I can give you guys specific examples of what I'm doing and what I'm thinking in the process. Because at the end of the day, I want to give you information on how you should be able to play for all skill levels. Obviously, if you have quicker reaction time, you're more accurate than me, all these different variables, you're going to be able to take what I'm showing in my videos and expand it on what you already know. but there's a lot of people that are brand new to the game, and maybe there's some basic concepts that they're just not aware of. So I like to cover those in detail as I play, give my specific gameplay breakdowns. You can see I order them to stay there. So now we can go ahead and sit on the objective. We could already see the guy with the vision pulse. Makes it incredibly easy. So a lot of times when I just play casually, this is not exactly how I play, because I play lazy at times, maybe jump shot stuff that I shouldn't be jump shotting, maybe overly push a spawn when I shouldn't, just because that's kind of playing casually, fun, reckless. But at the end of the day, that's not the smartest way to play. So when I make these videos, I specifically focus on smart gameplay over just fast and entertaining gameplay. And I think there's a lot of YouTubers that do the same thing, where what they'll say is, let me play smart. They already know they're playing reckless most of the time, and that's because they want those fast-paced, reckless nukes most of the time. But you'll see a lot of times when they get on the higher streak, they'll say, let me play a little bit slower, let me play a little bit smarter, and then they start enacting a lot of the stuff I'm talking about throughout the entire video, but in that last 5 to 10 kills or so I can make sure they get that nuclear to put in a video. What you saw me do right there is I played very smart, because what I did is I played my life, because I knew that if I had my streak, I would be able to call them in, as you can see right here, and they're basically shutting down the objective. We're getting all those capture points, basically sitting in and out of the hill, close that gap by 30, and now the enemy team starts to leave. Obviously, when people start getting demolished by score streaks, it's never fun to be on the other side of that. Right here, I'm just pre-aiming this sight line, knowing that people are going to be forced to come through that way. And you can see pretty much the strike teams right there. We got lots of coverage. We do have someone on the hill, and we're getting ready for the next rotation of the hill. So it obviously gets a little bit close here. Now we've bridged that gap. We're only down by 6, but you can see the streaks are absolutely going insane. It's just nonsense how powerful the streaks can be when you position them the right way and you play your life to get those streaks. And you can see this guy's completely outnumbered. He's obviously pushing for that map control, at least it looks like that from my side, so that his teammates can jump on that objective and he could serve as that buffer as us trying to push into the objective. And it looks like my teammate is jumping on the objective, but it's hard to tell if the spawn's flipped because I saw someone come from this area. So I'm just trying to lock down this area and basically kill anyone in the back as they push the objective. Looks like 3 of my teammates are pushing for the other side, so I decided to push up a little bit, see if I can get this little bit of a sight line, cause a distraction because they do have that sensor dart there. My guys are killing them with the streaks. We go ahead and take over that part of the map, and this is where we take over the lead. There's a guy in the water. I go ahead and shoot him. He's already pretty much dead. I come around over here. It looks like that guy's going through mid, so I'm just trying to play as cautious as possible, see where people are at. There's a guy right here. I end up shooting him, take him out on a 20 streak. And pretty much now I'm just trying to play as smart as possible. We already got the numbers on our side. Pretty much I'm just peeking this left side, peeking the right. Looks like they are coming from that area, but that hill is about to expire. So now we got to rotate to the other side. And I do make an aggressive push for the hill because we have just taken the lead and now we're about to lose it. The UAV is going by and it doesn't look like anyone's in my general area. So I decide to push the opposite flank of my teammate. He's pushing up this left side. And then I go ahead and push with him. It looks like we're in a pretty good spot. And at this point, it's starting to look like the spawns are about to flip because all my teammates are right in front of me to this left side. Now we're positioned on the hill. Take that guy out. Make sure I heal. It looks like my teammate's calling in a streak. So I go ahead and pre-fire that guy as he comes around the corner. And pretty much we're locking down this area. It's pretty close if we'll win off this hill. So pretty much all I'm doing is just peeking, making sure that when people are coming out of spawn, I got pretty good coverage on them. Calling another attack chopper. So we're in a really good spot. Like I'm on a 24 streak or something like that. I go ahead and push around this right side. I go ahead and reposition just in case that hill wasn't enough. And then we end up winning 250 to 212. If you did enjoy the video, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, turn notifications on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for watching. And as always, have a great day.